Hey, what's going on, guys? Alex here with TFL Bike. You can see by that big van behind me, I'm not in Colorado. I'm out here in Southern California at Honda's facility, and we've got the Tundra right here with the Honda Trail in the back. You can see Andre and Grant over there getting ready to pull the bike out because we're picking up something new. So time to say goodbye to this Honda Trail 125. Let's get it unloaded and check out what's coming back with us to Colorado. So yeah, this is it, the Honda Navi. As you remember, I came out to California a couple of weeks ago and reviewed and rode probably this exact Navi, since there was only one red one on that ride program. But anyway, we should have a lot of fun with this. You guys love mini motos, so we're super excited to get this back to Colorado. Let's get it loaded back up in the truck and take it home. So I said we were taking the Navi home, and I kind of lied about that a little bit. We are going home to Colorado, but first, we're here in Moab with this Black Series camper and the Tundra doing some videos here, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get this bike off-road in Moab. So Andre's messing around with the Black Series camper. I decided to take the Navi out of the truck, and we're gonna go toy around on this Navi here at Onion Creek in Moab.
I want to see you do a wheelie maybe, or go off-road.
I think I'll save the wheelies for Case, but I'll definitely take it off-road.
Okay.
Now, if you don't remember, this Navi is not fuel injected, it's carbureted, so gotta turn the fuel on down here, and also might have to use the choke. I'm gonna try starting it with no choke. This has been in the back of a pickup truck for the past 24 hours, riding in like 20, 30 degree weather, sometimes colder. Let's see what happens. Here's a cold start on the Navi. I forgot you gotta have the brake pulled to start this bike. All right, we'll give it a little bit of choke here. Full choke. Let's try it. So yeah, full choke. Definitely needed the full choke to start this. But she's running. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to warm up, and then we'll take it out on the road, or out on the trail, I should say. I also, while it's warming up, I am going to air down these tires just a little bit so I get some more traction. These aren't exactly off-road tires here, so I want to give myself the best chance of not falling over today. Got my little air down tool here, and I'm just going to let a little bit out. All right, we are off. Pretty sure this is the first time this has been done in Moab on a Navi, so I'm really excited. Let's see what this thing will do. We're not going for crazy obstacles or a crazy excursion today. I'm just trying to see how this bike does out in the dirt for the first time and kind of go from there. So far, the tires are not doing super well. They're very skinny and even aired down a little bit, pretty wobbly. I'm also, that's full throttle right there. Going downhill, I'm letting off the throttle a little bit, but definitely lacking power out in the dirt. There we go. Turn the choke off now that it's a little warmed up, and definitely better with the choke completely off. A little more power, but still. This is not a crazy performance machine, not a dirt bike. I'm just having fun, seeing what it does. This is a bike that a lot of people might use for what we're doing with it today, a camping bike. It's easy to load, it's inexpensive, so I think this is a pretty cool test, just kind of hanging around where people go camping and doing some mild dirt running. And the bike died as soon as I stopped. So carbureted bikes, man, they take a while to warm up, but it's part of the fun of it, I guess. Camera remounted there. Let's fire this back up. There we go. I did really quick, just kind of wanted to peek at the tire because it does feel very squirrely. And no, I didn't let too much pressure out of there. Still decently hard to squeeze. So I thought for a second maybe had too much pressure let out, but that doesn't seem to be the case. This guy's out for a stroll. Very nice. That's just kind of what you get in Moab, is random dogs running around everywhere. But anyway, this is about a 110cc single cylinder engine from Honda with a CVT for the transmission. So no gears to shift through, no clutch lever, you just twist and you're off. And I'll tell you, out in the dirt, that is not what I like to see. But it is handling this decently well. Anyway, I'm kind of afraid to put too much throttle into it because I know if I hit any kind of big rock, it's gonna stop me dead in my tracks with these little 12-inch wheels, just like it did with the Monkey. But we do have a little bit of a water crossing here. I'm gonna give it a go. We're about wrapped up for the day, and I've got spare clothes if I need them, so yeah, got some dog hair in my mouth. All right, let's give this a go. All right, Honda Navi in the little water crossing. Oh yeah, feet are wet, but handled that like a champ. Suspension's actually not too bad. You know, they're pretty budget components. You got a single shock in the rear and puny little forks up front, but between that and the little bit of air I let out of the tires and this big cushy seat, it's not too bad over some of this bumpy stuff. So yeah, I think this works just fine as like a campsite bike if you want to throw it in your truck, take a camper out and mob around the campsite when you're bored. This is a pretty perfect bike for that, I have to say. All right, we got another little water crossing here. I'm gonna take this one with a little more speed. Oh, that was a bad idea. My leg is soaking wet. Oh, and it's cold. It's like 40 degrees right now. All right, last thing I want to find before I call this a wrap and throw this back in the truck. Like I said, this isn't a full review on this. I just kind of wanted to get it a little dirty while we're here in Moab passing through, but I want to find a steep hill, see if this can climb a hill. And I think I found my hill, but unfortunately it's through another water crossing. So I'm gonna take it a little slow. That way we can really test out the climbing ability of the Navi. So just gonna kind of crawl through the water here, lift the feet up so they don't get too wet. And then I'm only about half throttle right now. That's full throttle. Yeah, it's doing well. The other cool thing about this Navi off-road, especially to use as like a camping bike like this, is the brakes are linked. So a lot of times if you're off-road, your instincts are to pull the front lever. If you're not super used to riding a motorcycle, those bicycle skills kick in and people tend to just kind of pull the front brake. But with this, the brakes are linked. So even if you do just grab a handful of front brake, it's gonna put a little bit of braking power into the rear. So your chances of staying on two wheels are probably a little bit higher. Anyway, we're definitely gonna get this bike out to the ranch at some point. It'll be off-road again. Oh, big rock. Sorry about that. It'll be at the ranch. We'll get it off-road again. We'll do some real-world testing and reviews with it. So if there's anything specific you want to see with this Honda Navi, let us know down in the comments below. We'll try to make that happen. We've got some pretty good ideas we're floating around already, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. But overall, pretty impressed with how the Navi's doing in Moab. And like I said, I think it's a perfect bike to go camping with. Seriously, what a way to get around the campground or the trails or Moab for 1,800 bucks. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna go load this back up. We'll bring it back to Boulder and stay tuned for more mini moto coverage. More to come. See you next time.